Guys, in this video, you will be watching 3 videos of 2 parents and a young lady saying that AI was trying to scam them. This is a very scary situation because, like one TikToker said, they're not coming after your money, they're coming after your life. And they're targeting families is what I see because I remember back in the news, like years ago, some lady got a phone call from her daughter, and it was just the daughter's voice, saying that, hey, she's been kidnapped, she needs some money, or whatever. But the whole time, the daughter was asleep at the friend's house. So we don't know if these scams are coming back, but they're getting more advanced. Watch these videos and I'll be right back.
Hey y'all, listen, I just had something so scary just happen to me. I got a FaceTime call from my daughter's phone, and it was my daughter. And she was like, hey mommy, I'm sick, can you open the door? Mind you, my daughter is in school right now. I take her to school, I pick her up. They said, she said, can you open the door? And I'm like, can I open the door? How did you get home? Or whatever. And she was like, oh, my friend brought me home. And I'm like, what friend? So I'm like, hold on. I get my other phone, look at my camera on my phone, nobody was there. So I said, what school you go to? And she was like, why are you asking me all these crazy questions? Can you just open the door? No, what school do you go to? I said, are you in danger? No, I'm not in danger. So I said, what did we have for dinner last night? Oh my God, Mama, I don't remember. Oh my God, I don't remember. How many siblings you got? Why are you asking me all these questions? Just open the door for me, please. I hung up. So then when I went to my phone to go look back at my phone to like call her or whatever, text her because she's in school or whatever, her number is not there. Like she called, like it's not, how you have in your call log and it says, this person FaceTime you or whatever. It's not there. I called the school because I text her, but I called the school. I'm like, hey, I need to know what Jaden is. I need to check on her, tell her to call me ASAP or whatever. So they get her. She comes to the office. I said, did you just FaceTime me? She said, no, I'm in school. You guys, I don't know how in the world this happened. I don't know how. It freaked me out so bad. So bad. I don't know. She said she did not call me. It wasn't her. I knew it wasn't her, but had everything on like it was her or whatever, like a real FaceTime call. I don't know how this is happening. This freaks me out so bad or whatever. I just called an emergency number to try to get a police report or whatever. I don't know, but something gotta happen. So I just want to come on here and let y'all know, please be careful. I don't know how they doing this. That people saying it's AI. I don't know, but that is so scary. So please be careful. I'm waiting on the police now to come because I'm going to make a report. I don't know if they'll be able.
Okay, so y'all are probably not going to fucking believe this, but because I barely believe this, I just got a phone call from my older brother telling me he's outside of my house. Mind you, it's a FaceTime call. I can see his face, and he's like, "Hey, I'm outside. Come open the door. Like I'm coming to see you, whatever. Come open the door." I'm like, "I thought you was at mom and dad's." Mind you, my mom and dad live 3 hours away, so I'm like, "I thought you was at mom and dad." He's not supposed to come and see me for another couple days, so I'm like, I thought you was at mom and dad's. Like, y'all left early. Like, why didn't you tell me you was on your way? He's like, oh, you asking too many questions. Just come open the door. I'm like, all right. So I go and I'm like, wait, let me check. I check my Ring doorbell camera and nobody's outside. I'm like, whatever. Okay. So I call him back because, again, it's in my call log. I call him back. He answers it. He's literally at my mom and dad's. I'm like, yo, you just called me. He's like, no, I didn't just call you. I'm like, so you didn't just call me and tell me you're outside the door? He's like, no, I'm at mom and dad's. How am I outside the door? Y'all, it was literally a FaceTime call with my brother's face on my phone. Like, my brother just called me. It's in my call log, but I called him and he said he did not call me. This shit is tripping me the fuck out. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the hell. Can somebody tell me what the fuck is going on, please? Like, what the hell? I'm so scared.
My daughter answered the FaceTime audio call from me, but I never called. True story, it literally just happened. 6 o'clock tonight. I'm in the kitchen and my daughter's in the next room on her iPad. Everything's normal. Then I hear her say, okay, Dad, I'm coming right there. So I walk in like, coming where? I asked her, who are you talking to? She looks at me confused and says, you just called me. I'm like, no, I didn't. She says, yes, you did on FaceTime audio. So I freeze because my phone is sitting right on the counter. I haven't touched it. So I grab her iPad and I check the call log. There it is, FaceTime audio from Dad. Lasted about 12 seconds. But something doesn't feel right. So I clicked into the actual contact. And that's when my stomach drops because it's not my, it's not my contact. It's some random email address, mask under my name. Well, Dad. Now I look at her and ask, what did you say? What did it say? She tells me it sounded just like me. Same voice, same tone. And I told her, come, and it said I told her to come to the front door. I forgot the groceries. Like, that's when everything clicked, because that's not a mistake. That's not a glitch. That's somebody using my voice on FaceTime audio call to try to get my daughter to open that door. And the scary part, she believed it because it sounded like me. Now I'm running through everything in my head because I've dealt with real world threats before. But this right here, this is different. This is somebody using technology to mimic a parent's voice, to gain a child's trust, to shut everything down, turn off Facebook audio, or FaceTime audio. Everything, I checked every setting, everything. But before anything else, I told her one thing. We got a code word now. You can't move. You don't do anything. You don't open nothing. You don't respond, because whatever called her tonight knew exactly what it was doing.
Hey, you guys. So this is really scary, and I hope that this does not continue and get somebody very gullible and something ends up happening. A lot of people think this is fake. A lot of people thought the mom in the first video was making it up because she kept looking down and they thought she was looking at notes. But I don't know. All my kids are small, so they don't have phones and they don't put their faces out there. And I don't put their faces out there. So this is really, really creepy what people are doing with AI now. So in the comments below, what do you guys think? Do you guys think these people made these stories up? Or do you guys feel like these stories are real? Leave a comment below and enjoy the rest of this video.
I keep telling y'all, these new AI scammers are targeting women and children. They no longer want your money. They want your life. This woman dropped her daughter off at school, went home. When she got home, she received a FaceTime call from her daughter. Or at least she thought it was her daughter.
Hey y'all, listen, I just had something so scary just happened to me. I got a FaceTime call from my daughter's phone, and it was my daughter. And she was like, hey mommy, I'm sick, can you open the door? Mind you, my daughter is in school right now.
The person on the phone said, mommy, I'm sick, can you please come open the door? Mind you, she's thinking this is her daughter. The person on the phone looks exactly like her daughter. Knowing that she just took her daughter to school, she asked her daughter, how did you get home? I just took you to school. Remember, she takes her daughter to school and she picks her daughter up. Nobody else does this. The person on FaceTime said that somebody brought her home. And this is where shit gets crazy. She grabs her other phone, looks at the camera on the phone in front of the front door, and nobody is there. So she starts questioning the person on the phone. What school do you go to? What did we have for dinner last night? All questions that her daughter should know. And that person wasn't able to answer those questions. Look at this shit.
They said, she said, can you open the door? And I'm like, can I open the door? How did you get home? Or whatever. And she was like, oh, my friend brought me home. And I'm like, what friend? So I'm like, hold on. I get my other phone, look at my camera on my phone. Nobody was there. So I said, what school do you go to? And she was like, why are you asking me all these crazy questions? Can you just open the door? No, what school do you go to? I said, are you in danger? No, I'm not in danger. So I said, what did we have for dinner last night? Oh my God, Mom, I don't remember. Oh my God, I don't remember. How many siblings you got? Why are you asking me all these questions? Just open the door for me, please. I hung up.
This is almost the same type of situation that I told you that a man just went through, where someone called his daughter's phone, and that person was acting like him. However, these people are getting information on you and your kids, these people have that information because they're using that information. Y'all need to be careful because none of this shit is random. These people are playing for keeps. You got to play for keeps as well. Pay attention.
I'm so sick of AI. Did y'all hear about this new AI FaceTime scam that happened? This lady did a story time on her situation where she got a FaceTime call from her daughter who was supposed to be at school talking about, Mom, can you let me in the house? And she was like, this don't feel right. So she started to ask her questions that her daughter should know. And she was like, you know, how many siblings do you have? What did we eat for dinner last night? And this person would not, you know, answer those questions. I was like, why are you asking all these questions, Mom? Just let me in. She was even like, how did you even get home? Because she said she takes her to school, she picks her up. So how you just randomly get into the house and need to be let in? And she said it looked exactly like her daughter. It came up on the screen as her daughter. But she got off that call and ended up calling the school, trying to reach out to her daughter and see, you know, is she at school? Did something happen? Are you trying to play a prank on me? And she was like, no, Mom, I'm at school. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. She said the tone sounded like, no, ain't nothing going on. So she looked at the Ring camera. Nobody was there. So she is not sure how they called her, but they called and pretended to be her daughter. And so they did go ahead and tell her to do a police report. And I was like, yeah, go ahead and do that, because this right here is out of line. Y'all already know how I feel about the AI stuff. If you've been over here before, you already know they be stealing my doggone stuff left and right. They got me on different people's faces. Sometimes you hear my voice. Sometimes you hear my face and my voice. They taking my stuff all kind of which way. So I'm absolutely, positively against it. Not a fan, would not recommend. But for stuff like this, do make sure you stay on alert. Because if they are taking the time to pretend to be people that you know, absolutely not. Now, there's somebody said there was a guy that had the same situation. I haven't seen his video, but I did see her. This right here did come up on my FYP, and it's very alarming how out of control it is getting, and that a lot of people are not paying attention enough to know. Be alert. Always be alert, okay? Be a little suspicious at all times. That's the policy I have. Be safe.
Now, let me tell you something weird. I don't know what the hell FaceTime, Apple, AI, all this shit got going on, but something's going on. And if you know like I know, you better pay attention and be mindful. I'm seeing all these videos of the fake FaceTime AIs, and it's looking exactly like the person they're supposed to be talking to, sounding like the people they're supposed to be talking to. Please make your children aware. I'm not even gonna lie, me and my son the other day was sitting in the room talking about something we had that we was planning on doing, and Siri chimes in and said, oh, okay. Bitch, okay, what? I said, huh? That helper said, sounds like a good plan to me. I told that bitch, mind your business. She said, okay. And shut the fuck up. Yeah. If you know anything about me, you better know I don't talk around these phones no more.
This AI stuff is getting out of hand now. So you have this woman drop her daughter off at school. Then when she get home, daughter FaceTime her talking about open the door.
I just had something so scary just happen to me. I got a FaceTime call from my daughter's phone, and it was my daughter. And she was like, hey, Mommy, I'm sick. Can you open the door? Mind you, my daughter is in school right now. I take her to school, I pick her up. They said, she said, can you open the door? And
that person that's on the FaceTime look exactly like her daughter, what she wear that day, y'all. This woman drops off her daughter and picks her daughter up every time, right? Mom asks, how did you get home? That person says, my friend. Your friend? Who is your friend? Person goes on and say, Mom, can you stop asking questions? I'm sick. Can you just unlock the front door? Mom pulls out her phone. She go look at her security camera. Look at the front door, and there's nobody there, y'all. So now the mom get to ask some questions. How many siblings do you have? What's your name? What school you go to? And the person that was on the FaceTime, y'all, couldn't answer. All they kept saying was, can you just open the front door? I'm sick.
I said, are you in danger? No, I'm not in danger. So I said, what did we have for dinner last night? Oh my God, Mama, I don't remember. Oh my God, I don't remember. How many siblings you got? Why are you asking me all these questions? Just open the door for me, please. I call the school. I'm like, hey, I need to know what Jaden is. I need to check on her, tell her to call me ASAP or whatever. So they get her. She comes to the office. I said, did you just FaceTime me? She said, no, I'm in school.
Now you got some people calling it cap that she was reading off a script. If you go look at the video again, they said she was looking down and she was reading and this and that, and it might be made up. And I'm not saying she lying. Went to her phone carrier. When they got home, she asked them, can y'all go check the call logs and see if my daughter called my phone? They said they didn't have no calls. She looked at her call log. it was gone. That's why they calling it cap, because they like, huh? I'm sure if they scammers, they finding a way to get rid of that phone call so it won't trace them back, I'm sure. So I don't know, y'all. What y'all think?
So y'all heard about them fake FaceTime calls, them AI FaceTime calls that been going around? Am I the only one that seen two, not just one, two videos on my For You page talking about their kids, the parents FaceTiming their kids, telling them to come open the door. The first one was the lady and her daughter. Her daughter was at school, and she got a FaceTime from her daughter. Same clothes, same accent, same voice, same everything. But guess what? It was not her daughter. It was AI. They using AI to do crimes now, y'all. Y'all need to be aware and stay safe. And y'all, I'm about to just take the phone away from my son because I don't want him to see, because I told him don't answer no FaceTime unless it's me. But if this is what they doing now, then hell no. And then I seen the man, he said, his daughter was upstairs and she got a FaceTime call from him saying, FaceTime, I'm talking about FaceTime video, not audio. FaceTime call, okay, just like him. It was him, but not him. You understand what I'm saying? Telling her she need to come open the front door while he's sitting on the couch and the phone is on the dining table. He ain't even touched it. And she's up there having a conversation with him, saying that she needs to come open the front door because he left some groceries in the car. And when you come to find out, it wasn't him. So y'all, please stay safe out there. I don't know what the hell is going on in this world. But guys, please stay safe out there. And y'all I don't even know how to say it no more. Please, 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 please be careful with them FaceTime calls. Please. Thank you.